civil engineering graduate. So I was like you, like 8 years back. So I'll just say a brief story how I got fascinated regarding this construction chemical industry. So as Sir also rightly said about that, so I just wanted to brief about my story how I was fascinated about this construction chemicals. So initially I was into a site. Initially every civil engineer graduate will be working in a site. So I was into procurement department earlier. So I was like working as a procurement manager there in L&W Constructions. And there I worked in a site called Kia Motors. Everyone might be knowing about Kia Motors. So in Kia Motors, like our package is to construct engine shop and then wastewater treatment plant. So where waterproofing will play a major role in WTP, which is wastewater treatment plant and ETP. So there I got fascinated about these waterproofing products. So earlier they have used some products and there we have faced issues like leakage issues and all. So after seeing those things, so I got fascinated, why can't we switch our career into like construction chemical industry. So that is the main reason. After that, like I have switched into Asian Paints. So I worked for 3 years in Asian Paints. And then now, I was currently working in Sika India Private Limited from past 3 years. This is my brief experience. So everyone should have the zeal, like, or motivation, because this is a very good field where you can grow in construction chemical industries. And even you have the better opportunities as well to work in the construction chemical industries. And then you can grow like multiply like in your career if you choose this type of opportunities. So coming to Sika waterproofing, we want to exhibit our various waterproofing solutions which we have. And Sika is like oldest company in construction chemical industry. It is almost 100 years, more than 100 years old company. So it has been established in 1910. It is a Switzerland based company. And we have like almost various range of products. Even I also don't know few products which were there in Sika, like almost you can say like 1,000 number of products would be there. Coming to waterproofing, refurbishment, flooring, many number of products were there in the Sika range of products. So this is a small video about Sika. So we have our own manufacturing plants in various parts, like almost we have 12 manufacturing plants in India itself along with the toll units. And we also have our R&D lab as well in Mumbai. So this is just introduction to Sika, and we have the target markets, like we have divided like concrete admixture part is one division, and then waterproofing we have roofing, which will comes under like terrace waterproofing, and then podium waterproofing. In floorings we have separate division. Sealing and bonding, again it is a separate division, where like in automobiles you will be having the sealants, so that is also a separate division in Sika. So industrial sealants, there are separate division in Sika. So we have refurbishment segment, as Sir has explained about various products. Similarly we have in our range of portfolio. So building finishings and industry, these are the various target markets in Sika. And what is waterproofing? Like why we will do waterproofing? Like waterproofing is like the chemicals are applied to the surface to control the seepage, and we need to adhere proper surface preparation techniques as well, like treating the cracks, treating the joints. After that only we can proceed for any waterproofing coating. This is like the concrete should also be good, as well as the waterproofing coating is like an additional benefit which you are providing to the structure, which will increase the durability of the structure. So where it is used, like what are the scope of works where the waterproofing is used? From basement to roof. Basement will be there, and then terrace will be there, roof, podium is there, wet areas, swimming pools and balconies. Wherever there is feasibility of like water entrapment, those areas waterproofing should be done. So we have our product technologies based upon the scope of works, like waterproofing mortars, where it will be going for the wet areas, balconies, and then bituminous sheets for the terrace. We have APP membranes, and then injection grouts from the negative sides, like single component PU injection grouts, 2 component PU injection grouts we have. And we also have polymeric sheet membranes, and then joint waterproofing, where combiflex tape kind of expansion joint systems also we have. And liquid applied waterproofing systems, where we have from polyurethane range acrylic systems to polyurethane and polyurea range of products. So coming to below grade waterproofing, like basement waterproofing, I don't want to go into detail. I'll just show the pictorial representations how this would be done. So this is like a lean concrete, which is called as PCC. PCC generally will be laid on the surface. This is a basement. Assume that this is a basement structure. Lean concrete is laid, which is like M10 grade. You will be generally laying, and then after that, this you can see the HDPE white color, which is placed here, and then after that, the next membrane will be placed. So the lapping would be of 80 mm is the lapping for both the membranes. You can place the reinforcement after that. So this is just a pictorial representation, and you can place the concrete after that. So how this reacts is, the mechanism is like there will be a pressure sensitive adhesive over the HDPE membrane, which will react with the RCC structure, and then it will be added, like the HDPE will not be bonded to the PCC surface, it will be bonded to the RCC surface, so that there won't be any water entrapment for your RCC structure. So it will be, the HDPE will be loosely laid over the PCC, and then it will be added to the RCC surface. This is the major mechanism you should know about the HDPE. So you can see the pictorial, this is the soil layer and then lean concrete and then raft structure. So this is a rock anchor treatment which is done in Hyderabad in one of the sites. I don't want to go in detail about that. This is for the lift pits where you will be doing the waterproofing with our HDPE. So coming to next structure is retaining wall. You need to completely encapsulate your structure, like an umbrella kind of thing. You need to completely encapsulate from bottom to completely to the top. So why we go with, like, we also study the requirement. We don't go for waterproofing directly for HDPE. We will also study the soil report, and based upon the soil report and how many basements the structure is there. Suppose for the 50 floors building, you will be going for of 3 basement structure. So 3 basement structure, how is the water table there? So that is major important criteria for selecting which type of waterproofing system we are doing. So based upon the criteria, we'll select if it is the water table is more than B2 level, like basement 2 level, then definitely you need to go for HDPE kind of systems. So this is the major criteria for selecting any waterproofing system. And coming to the retaining walls, we have different systems. I just want to introduce this system because this is own manufactured in Jaipur by Sika. So this is a wet applied SBS system. Even in moisture content also this will work. Generally in moisture content, generally the you can't place the SBS membranes, where you need to apply bitumen primer over that. So bitumen primer generally requires moisture content less than 4%. Whereas this system we have cementitious adhesive over that. I'll just directly explain the system. This is the concrete wall, and after that you need to apply the Sika Shield W1, which is a cementitious adhesive, and after that SBS membrane is placed. So this is for initially the surface preparation needs to be done for the construction joint treatment you need to do, and after the tie rod packing you need to do, and furtherly you can go for placing of SBS membrane. Again the lapping, it will be given like 70 mm lap will be given in with the membrane itself, and after that you can remove the self adhesive sticker and then you can attach the dimple board over that. So this is a system for the retaining wall. So this red color resembles the water bar, and the concrete retaining wall has been laid. So this should be applied in SSD condition. The adhesive should be applied in SSD condition. So the surface should be wet, like pre-wet the surface, and then cementitious adhesive is applied over that. After that you can place the membrane over that. With overlaps will be there anyway, in the membrane itself overlaps will be there. So after that you can place the dimple board and backfilling can be carried out. So this is just a pictorial representation how for the individual footings how we will be doing the waterproofing with this wet applied SBS system. So this is just another schematic drawing for the HDPE and SBS. You can see the orange line represents the HDPE and the blue line represents the vertical system for the SBS membrane. This is one of the site in Hyderabad only. So this is a below ground structure. After that we are coming to wet areas. So wet areas we have different systems. For wet areas we have like cementitious coatings. Generally we suggest cementitious coating. So as of now, like we are going to like high rise structures where 50 floors buildings are being constructed. So where these sway forces will be acting over the structure. So to accommodate that, those sway forces, the cementitious coatings might not be like the best system. So we have a superior system over this, like Eagle Flex, which is our superior system. So where this will have the better crack bridging ability, better elongation. So we have these various 4 products in cementitious coming from 30% elongation to almost 180% elongation.